Hey guys, over at Low Cost USA, made some big progress lately. As you can see, I've got a lot of wiring work done. Also the clutch slave cylinder, as you can see there. The dash wiring as well as the clutch master cylinder has been replaced due to a defective reservoir return seal. So what I've done recently is rewired the steering wheel. As you can see here, the steering wheel connects to a coil cable through a mounting plate back up into the relay panel, and the self-canceling turn signal unit showed up, so I've got that wired in, and I'll demonstrate everything here. So on the steering wheel, we've got momentary push buttons for selecting right turn signal, left turn signal. If you push them both at the same time, you get the hazard function, and depending on how long you push the buttons for, you can determine the length of how long you want the signal to display for. Otherwise, I've got some harnesses teed up there for the headlights, and what I'm doing is I'm just checking that I've given myself enough amperage in the circuit and the wiring to make sure I don't melt anything or blow any circuit breakers on high beam. Of course, those headlights are out of a Camaro, and the original headlights for the motorbike are much smaller and most likely draw much less current. So I'll demonstrate this with the momentary switch here. That's the high beam function. That's on the pass function, so it's just a momentary switch which lights up the high beams, takes them off the low beam, transfers it over to the high beam. And this is the latching function, which just puts it on high beam. The other functions down here is the horn, which I don't have installed, but you can hear the relay clicking, and also the fan override for the radiator. You can just hear that in the background. So I'm going to pause the video and do a quick startup, and I'll show you. Okay, here's the startup video. Let's see if I can do this without turning the camera sideways like I did on the last one. So basically the engine has run today. It seems to start up better and better every time, but otherwise ignition electrics is on. There's a master, that's the starter, and this is the kill switch. I've retained that just as a function to be able to quickly kill the engine with a quick flick of the hand. Otherwise you can see the neutral light is illuminated. The oil light is unfortunately it's faulted. There is oil in there. That's only an oil quantity indication. Pressure is indicated on the right-hand gauge there, and the green light is the neutral indication. I have yet to wire in a clutch start switch, so you can start the car in any gear with the clutch depressed. That's what these three wires are here for. That'll go forward onto the clutch pedal, in addition to the speedometer sensor, which I'm going to rig something up for that. Otherwise, we'll give it a quick startup, and basically there's been no documentation of this car running since about 2008.